Alright, I hope that this video is a little bit shorter, but at the same time, I hope it's pretty informative because I didn't want to start discussing the book until I actually spent a little bit of time discussing this concept, and that's the idea of the blindfold. If I'm honest, when I wrote the book, I really did not have any idea of the importance or significance that the blindfold would eventually take on. And it only came about because of the conversations that I had with Rowan on the podcast and just talking to each other, and the amount of times that this idea and kind of the significance of this idea would come up again and again and again. And it was just amazing. It was just the amount of times and the amount of like moments that it was applicable to each of our lives was kind of absurd. Like, it almost became a joke. But the idea is pretty simple. The blindfold, like, in essence, I think, in my eyes, right? Maybe Rowan would have a better explanation. But in my eyes, it's basically the moments when each of us are capable of this at different times in our lives. Each of us will do this, absolutely. But basically where we like willingly blind ourselves to the reality of the world that we are creating, right? Where we just we look out, we see things, and we're like, nope, I don't want to take responsibility for that. I mean, you can find this when you say, oh, it's not my fault, or you blame others, or you simply aren't able to take responsibility for a situation that you had a part in, right? This is something that each of us do a lot. And I mean, like, one of the best examples is social media, right? We're all putting out like the best kind of videos and photos of ourselves, but the reality is quite a bit different, right? There's so many different aspects of ourselves that we don't include in that. But basically, it's just this idea that there are so many different aspects as to us as human beings, right? And if we want to be happy, healthy, content, satisfied, fully functioning human beings, the ability to take responsibility for all aspects, the good, the bad, the ugly, the sad, all of them, is vital. And I don't know if we'll ever get to a point where we can take 100% responsibility, but the more we can take responsibility, the more happy, the more healthy we are going to be, for sure. But the idea of the blindfold is when we get to points in our lives where we're either unable or unwilling to take responsibility for situations or different aspects of our lives, that is when we are pulling up the blindfold, right? And we are saying, nope, I don't like that part of me. I don't like that part of my life. I don't want to take responsibility for it. I am just going to pretend that it's not there and hope that it goes away. And in essence, what this book is trying to do is to get us willingly to pull down the blindfold as much as possible, look out at the lives that we're creating, see the reality of the lives that we're creating, and then begin to take responsibility for all of it. The wins, the losses, the good things, the bad things, the shameful things, the crazy things, all of it. And the more we can look at things realistically with open eyes, right? As much of the blindfold like taken down as possible, and as much as we can take responsibility, as close to 100% as we can get, the better off we're going to be. Simple as that. But the reality is it's much more comfortable to pull the blindfold up and pretend that the bad things aren't there and just hope that they go away. It takes a lot of work. It is extremely difficult to pull the blindfold down, look out into the world, and be like, oh crap, I did that. Like, I made that. Like, that's on me. and begin to take responsibility, and like if things aren't exactly as you want them to be, to begin to take the steps to make them different, to make them better, to make them more closely to what you want. And yeah, that's basically the idea of the blindfold. And I just wanted to make this short video because it's an extremely important concept, and it's something that will come up again and again in the book and kind of in these discussions, I think. And the more you can kind of wrap your head around what I'm actually meaning by that, the better off, well, the easier it will be to kind of understand the videos and the things that are being said. So that's it. I hope that makes a little bit of sense. I hope you're good. Take care. Be kind. Do some good things. God bless. Bye-bye.